Most people who ask how many ounces of silver they should own get one of two answers: as much as you can afford, or it depends on your goals. Neither of those is an answer. Those are Hallmark cards dressed up as strategy. Here's the actual math. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. Real quick, if you find value in what we're about to walk through, hit the like button before we're done. It's free, it's reversible, and it tells YouTube this content is worth showing to the next person who needs it. Here's the context. Silver and gold prices move, sometimes dramatically. But here's the thing most new stackers miss. They don't move independently. They move relative to each other in historical, consistent patterns. And understanding that relationship, one single ratio, changes the math on how you build your entire stack. The precious metals market is not random. Silver does not move in isolation from gold. Gold does not move in isolation from silver. They move relative to each other in historically consistent patterns. And where we are on that relationship right now changes the math on how aggressively you should be stacking silver. Here's why that matters. Most new stackers come in with a monthly budget, $50, $100, $200. That is a fine starting point, but they are buying silver without knowing whether they are buying it at fair value, at a historical discount, or at a premium relative to gold. One number fixes that. The difference between accumulating at the right ratio window versus the wrong one can mean 30, 40, even 60 additional ounces over the course of a single year without spending a single additional dollar. That's the math, not emotion. So before I tell you how many ounces to own, I need to show you the tool that makes that question answerable. One number tells you whether silver is cheap or expensive relative to gold at any given moment. It is called the gold to silver ratio. If you have never heard of it, good. You are in exactly the right place. The math is simple. Take the current price of gold, divide by the current price of silver. That is your ratio. The number changes daily. The benchmarks that tell you what it means do not. Here is what that means in plain English. A ratio of 80 means you need 80 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. A ratio of 50 means you only need 50. The higher the ratio, the cheaper the silver is relative to gold. The lower the ratio, the more expensive silver is relative to gold. The historical advantage going back to 1900 is approximately 47. The modern average since 1971, when the gold standard ended, is closer to 68. Those are your benchmarks. Anything above 80 in silver is historically undervalued. Anything below 55, and the math flips. Gold is the better value. Now, could you just buy silver without knowing any of this? Well, sure, millions of people do. They buy a roll of Eagles, they feel good about it, and when silver pulls back 20%, they sell because they had no framework for why they bought in the first place. The ratio is the framework. The ratio answers not just whether to buy silver, but how aggressively to accumulate it relative to everything else in your stack right now. That is the math answer to the question. If this ratio framework is new to you, hit subscribe right now. This is exactly what we do every week on this channel. Math, not noise. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. My ratio trading stack is a fixed closed system. 146 ounces of silver, 4 ounces of gold, 9 ounces of platinum. No new capital ever enters this allocation. All growth comes from trading within existing position using ratio signals alone. When I built this allocation, I used the gold to silver ratio as the primary guide. At a GSR above 80, I accumulated silver aggressively, as the math said silver was historically cheap. When the ratio dropped towards 65, I started rotating silver into gold. The ounce totals shifted. The system did not change. Here's the insight most people miss. The ratio tells you not just what to buy, but how much of it to buy relative to what you already hold. That is the math answer to how many ounces you should own. It is not a fixed number, it's a ratio driven decision point. I still have the same allocation spreadsheet open from 2022. Not sure if that's discipline or a condition, probably both. But here's what matters for you. You do not need 146 ounces to start using this framework. You need a starting position, a ratio check, and a decision rule. That is the entire system. Here is the 4-step framework for new stackers. Works whether you have 0 ounces or 50. Step 1. Find the current gold to silver ratio. Open a browser and search gold silver ratio today. Any major metals data site gives you step 2. If that ratio is above 80, silver is historically cheap relative to gold. Your accumulation priority is silver, eagles, maples, generic round silver bars. The form does not matter at this stage. Get ounces. Step 3. If the ratio is between 60 and 70, you are in the fair value zone. For every 60 ounces of silver you are targeting, consider adding 1 ounce of gold. The ratio gives you the weight. Step 4. If the ratio is below 60, gold is historically cheap. Shift some monthly allocation toward gold. Silver can wait. The system tells you when to come back. Where they matter? So, what is the minimum stack where this framework starts to matter? 20 ounces. Below that, dealer premiums and spreads reduce your efficiency too much for ratio decisions to be meaningful. Get to 20 first, then think in ratios. And the question I get most often, how many total ounces should I be targeting? For wealth preservation, 100 ounces is a meaningful starting hedge. For ratio trading, 50 ounces gives you enough allocation to work with. But of course, the most important ounce is always the next one. The discipline is the real asset you are building. The silver is the physical proof. Here is the one thing to carry into this week. Stop asking how many ounces you should own. Start asking where the gold to silver ratio is right now and what the math is telling you to do. Answer that first. The ounce count follows. What is the GSR reading where you're looking right now? Drop it in the comments. Let's get a real-time report. 1 Peter 1:7 puts it plainly. Gold perishes even though refined by fire. Our faith, proven through that same fire, is worth far more. We stack because the math makes sense, but we build on something the market cannot touch. All the glory goes to God. May God bless you all. As you were, stack with purpose. Turbo out.